Hi everyone, so a word of warning, this is not going to be a super long video. I haven't done that much this week, just have been, I've done a little bit like this. I've started thread painting this with some different wools, but just haven't had a chance to get a huge amount done this week. So yeah, last weekend was hectic. Rugby all day Saturday, and when I say all day, I mean around 7 a.m. to about 5:30, and then come home and Jamie's here for his night off and he has to leave that afternoon, so I only got to see him for a short period of time before he left. And then on Sunday I had hockey early in the morning. I had a 8:30 a.m. game on a Sunday, which means I leave home at 7:30 to get there for warm-up. And then I went straight down to the Green Door Studio in Robertson to do a class at Zoe's place. And that was a class in basically like colour theory, colour mixing, which has been helpful for my, I thought that would be helpful for my art teaching. And I actually used oil paints, which I've never experimented with before. And that was enjoyable. But then after having a whole day class and not leaving till about 5 p.m, it then takes a couple of hours to get home. And by the time I got home, too exhausted. And I did a little bit of stitching on Saturday night, because that's what you do on a Saturday night, right? Do stitching. And I did a little bit on Sunday too, but I haven't got much done. So I can't show you my box finished. I think that was wishful thinking I'd be ready to bring it all together this week. That was the plan anyway. So this weekend I know that I'm going to have some time on Sunday. So I think I might spend some time stitching, and we'll see how much of this box I can get done, because next week is the new prompt reveal, the final prompt for this project, volume 5. We're up to volume 6 next. Who would have thought that we'd be doing this for 3 years? I wouldn't have thought so, but we're going into our second 6-month block for this year, sorry, not month. And we are going to do, Rach might mention this in her video too, we're going to do the new volume reveal next week. So we're looking at Thursday. So we'll do our video with our prompt reveal for the last month of volume 5, and then on Thursday I will have a video that will go up first revealing the overall theme, and then Rach will have one that comes up second giving you more details. So you will need to watch both to get a good idea of what it's going to be like, and it will give you time to start preparing. Okay, so start preparing in terms of just gathering some supplies and get your thoughts happening. Start thinking about things and what it could be, the potential of what it could be. Sorry, excuse me. Yeah, so that will be next week. So today, what am I doing? I'm literally just embellishing. I'm thread painting with wools. So yeah, having a bit of fun with some variegated hand-dyed wools. And I'm not going to get much more than this done tonight. I'm super tired, super tired. I want to go to bed. I do like stitching, but I want to go to bed because I got up at 5 this morning. I was at school by 5:30 a.m. and we collected a group of our boarders, about 22 of them, and we took them, if you're familiar with Sydney, we took them into Redfern, which is not too far from school, to, I think it's called the Indigenous Centre for Excellence, which is a really cool facility. They have a great gym and swimming pool and lots of other things for community activities, and we did a boxing class. So I think it started at 6 by the time we got there and got all the boys going. The boys were fantastic. Some of them are actually good little boxes. Boxing for fitness, not fighting. So yeah, I did that this morning. That was some fun, but it just meant that I've had double training today. Just come back from hockey training tonight and had boxing this morning. I was meant to go for a big walk around the park with Alfie the Savo with my friend, but I was a bit exhausted. I had some marking to do, so we've postponed that. We'll do that later. Otherwise, I would have exercised in total, if I did that walk as well, probably 4 hours today. Little excessive, so maybe 3 hours was enough, about approximately 3 hours of exercise today, which is good. It's good for me. Yeah, so hence the reason I'm not getting too much of my project done, but we'll keep plugging away. So yeah, so all I'm doing is I'm just playing around with the pattern. I'm trying to embroider what looks like flowers. The fabric's a different colour. I've gone for brighter colours. This wool here with bits of neon in it, I've used quite a bit, and this nice soft one. This was some of the green leaves, and I want to, I'll have to get another green in there. Maybe that darker one. It's got bits of blue and stuff, but that might be good. So yeah, I'm just stitching away as I'm chatting. It's quite fun. It takes a long time though, this kind of stitching. But I do like the effect. And I was wondering if maybe I want to define the flowers a bit, like maybe I could do couching around the outside. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. I'll work that out as I go along. I'm really doing this quite randomly. There's already some of that colour on there. Yeah, it's quite random what I'm doing. I'm semi-following the fabric, kind of making a bit up as I go along myself. Feel like I'm going to use this. I want some in the little darker bits. I've got this wool. This is also, it's the same kind of wool as this one. I'm just going to be careful not to make it too long, because this one is easy to kind of snap and pull apart. So you can see there's little dark bits in here, so I'm going to use this one. All right. Okay. Let's start over here. So I'm using a milliner's needle, small eye but easy to pull through. You can see the stretched a bit, but the fabric, because there's so much stitching here, becomes quite distorted. As long as I can stretch it over my base piece, like my cardboard and wadding, then that's fine. Okay, I've got to be careful with this one. It does catch on itself a bit. It's a very lovely soft yarn. So the Sewing Basket had a massive sale last weekend. Who got to go to it? I know some people did. I've seen people posting their stash and what they got. I had a ticket, so you just had to book online, but you got tickets for free. So it was open on Friday, and Mum went there with a big group of friends from Green Door Studio with Zoe and a bunch of the creative ladies. I think they said there was 13 or 14 of them, and they had a great time. So mum found a few bits and pieces. I haven't seen what she bought yet, but she found a few things. And then I had a ticket for Saturday, but with that big rugby schedule, I didn't get myself there. And then I couldn't do it on Sunday either because of hockey and then this course. So the whole weekend, Friday through to Saturday, I had zero chance of getting there. So I didn't get to go, but, you know, it looks like people got some great things. But as Mum said, I can go to the Sewing Basket. It is in Sydney, so I can go to it, you know, in the holidays and stuff like that. So my next time I'll have to go will have to be the holidays. Vicky, maybe we'll have a trip there together. And hopefully they're restocked by then because I'm sure that they sold a lot of stock last weekend. In fact, I saw a post, I think it was on the Saturday, that they told people not to come until after 1 because in the morning they just sold out of stuff and they had to restock. So that's great. I hope they made a lot of money because it goes towards the charity for people with disabilities. This one does get a bit tangled on itself. And it gets like, look, gets little bits come off, but it's really nice. It's a nice wool. Just not designed for embroidery. We might put some in here. So yeah, I'm not really going to show you anything new tonight. I just want to show you a little bit of progress. So you saw my one I finished last week. This one is to be embellished like I'm doing here. I think I'll do the stitching on it. This one I might do a little bit more embellishing, maybe a little bit of cantha stitching with some wool. But other than that, that one's pretty much good to go. And then this is the fourth one. And I have to do the lid. I think I'm going to put a bird on the lid. I just have to find a fabric with a bird that I like. So the flowers around the edges of the boxes and the bird will go on top. Okay. It almost looks brown, this one, mixed in with the pinks. I don't know if you can see, but my cat, she loves pussyfooting this mat, this wool mat. She loves sitting on it. Must be warm. But she pussyfoots it, and I came home the other day and there's a whole, in fact, there still is, there's a whole corner that she's pussyfooted. And then I came home again, like today, and she's done the other corner. So sometimes I just have to keep flipping it because she loves clawing it. Occasionally I know Alfie's got up to this table. So this table is just a table in my living room. My living room is really like my craft room. I got craft stuff everywhere. I don't have the space for a craft room, just in an apartment. But Alfie loves the balls of wool. And occasionally, like I've got them all over my table here, and I'll come home and Alfie's got some, there's a ball of wool on the floor and he's been playing with it. He just likes to throw them around and unravel them. Yeah, so sometimes I can see he's got up to the table, he's climbed up on the chair and he's had a little sniff around. You know, he's got so many toys, but he still likes to get into everything else that he can find. Sorry, it's a bit tangled. yeah, so what I'll do is I'll plan to get a decent amount of this done on the weekend. That's the plan. Also want to do some painting. Like I've done that painting class. Now I want to do some painting. I actually bought some paint by numbers recently, some really nice ones, an Australian designer, and bought 3 of them. I want to paint them for my wall. So yeah, I have a lot of things I want to do, not just stitching. I like paint by numbers. They've got some really beautiful designs nowadays, not like the old-fashioned ones. Even like some artists will have their paintings reproduced into a paint by number, so you can get some really good ones. It just gets really tangled. I've got to hold this away. Go. And then all the sort of fibres start coming off and it weakens it and then it snaps. This one. So you get little tangles. I kind of come across this one. Otherwise the stitches are tiny. Okay, so I think I'll stop the video. You've seen enough of me thread painting for today, and I'll be likely to put in an extra video maybe on Sunday, showing you more progress, or I could film it and show it next week. I'll work it out. Depends how much progress I make. I want to actually show you, for the ones who haven't made a box like this, but maybe you want to do one in the future. I want to show you how I'm going to put it together. It's my first time doing this as well, so I'm just making it up. And I know that other people have done, some of their boxes are like this, and they've done a good job, and they've put it together. So I wouldn't mind showing you the end. I'm not sure if Rachel's going to finish tonight. She said, I was talking to her yesterday, and she said she still had a lot to go. So hopefully she was able to get that done. It's kind of hard, you know, fitting it all in when you've got a million other things on. And I know Rachel's really busy as well. So she can't always just sit and stitch for hours as she'd like to. Too busy going to the post office. All right, so look, I think that will do for the moment. I need to keep working on it, and I will show you some progress in my next video. So thank you for watching today, and I'll see you either next week for the new prompt reveal or possibly on the weekend if I get something decent done. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye.